YouTube. We're gonna be out here almost every single day. We got 3 videos here today. We're gonna be reacting to basketball. Pretty much every single thing you can think of. We got plenty of videos coming up for the week. Hope everybody's having a great week. Yeah. Music. Wait, one last thing. Need to make sure that you rock that subscribe button and subscribe that like button. We're gonna be out. For real. It's right.
A little softer, like I say. The way you look, bro, you.
Hold on, wait. We just missed part of it.
Even though there's an age difference, like it was a situation like if you talking to them one day and they just reminiscing about stuff, like Gangsta Black would be saying stuff like, yeah, I remember going to his house, his mama with the candle lady, he was a little kid, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a 10-year, they about 10 years apart. So Gangsta Black kind of looked at Lil Josh like his little brother. So, luckily they were part of the same group because it ain't gonna be no issues with Gangsta Black if he try to ride for Lil Josh. Now, Lil Josh used to move kind of funny sometimes. Nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? But fuck. When I say Lil Josh was kind of strange, I just mean like.
See, Bitch be having moments. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like almost every video, this man think he hearing something weird going on. He might need a new crib or something. I don't know. Let me get back to it though.
He used to have tiny issues with people, like people would say they caught him staring at him. You know what I'm saying? Then they'd get to arguing like, hey, you staring at me for? And then it'll be an issue with Lil Josh, like, man, ain't nobody staring at you or whatever. And then Gangsta Black always come jumping in it like, like, what's up? Like, it's whatever type of situation. And then I actually went and just was acting as if I wasn't studying him one day, but I really was watching him the whole day. And I caught him staring at people on numerous occasions. And it'll be like he's staring at you. But it's just, I don't know, bro. Like, if you catch me staring at you, the first thing in prison, the first thing that'll probably come to your mind is I'm up to some violence or something because of the way I look. I look like I got like I'm mean mugging when I'm not. When I'm looking normal, it kind of look like I'm, you know what I'm saying, looking crazy.
I think that's a prison thing though, cause I don't like nobody just staring at me out in public either. Like just like grilling you. I don't think that's just like normal. I don't think.
So people would think, oh, CBL finna try something crazy, but the way he looks, his facial features are a little softer. So it's not a good look. If you catch him staring at you, in my mind, I would think he's on some type of funny stuff. So I caught him, and I even pulled him over to the side and was like, hey, say, folks. And I explained to him, like, not trying to be funny. I even told him, like, hey, listen, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing like that. I never, try you or nothing like that. But when I just was watching you watch somebody, bro, I just watched you with my own 2 eyes.
Just watched you watch something. That's crazy.
The way you look, the way your facial features are, like a little softer, like I say. The way you look, bro, you can easily come off the wrong way to people if you staring at people. And I think you should really take heed to what I'm saying and be more mindful. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh yeah, bro, I appreciate it. He didn't even take offense to it. He was like, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah. He was like, nah, sometimes I be zoned out, bro. Sometimes I might be looking at you, but I'm not even looking at you. Like it's something totally different on my mind to the point what I'm looking at is I'm not even picturing it in my mind. That's just where my eyes focused at. And I was like, well,
Co-producer is going to give you unique sounds that actually fits your track in seconds. Let me show you. First,
you need to be looking at a wall, looking at a TV. That's what I do. Whenever you catch me in prison watching TV, I promise you I'm not watching TV. it's something on my mind and I'm just looking here because I don't want to be looking at nobody. So that's when you look at a wall, you walk laps looking down at the ground, looking up occasionally, look at the TV, go in your damn room and lay down and look at the ceiling, turn over, look at the wall. That's what you do in situations like that. One day, the big homie Crip dude named Lazy Lope, he comes holler at me. Now, his name is Lazy Lope because of his eye. He got a lazy eye that wanders a lot. So the left eye be looking straight and the right eye will be looking everywhere but straight. I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. I'm just telling y'all that's how he got that nickname, Lazy Lope.
He ain't had to say that to us everywhere but straight. I ain't trying to be funny. That was unnecessary. That was so unnecessary.
So I'm sitting in my room one day, knock at the door. I'm like, yo, hey, this Lazy call. I'm like, come on in, Lazy. Now, here's the thing. Whenever somebody used to use their own gang terminology when talking to me, I never took offense. Sometimes, like a blood would take offense if he's talking to a Crip and the Crip refers to him as cuz. Or if a Crip talking to a GD and he refers to him as cuz. Vice versa, though. People would take offense. I never took offense, and I looked at it as normal because there's certain words and lingos that I have been saying for so long to the point, even if this is for this specific group, it just became normal to me. Like, I say it talking to anybody. So if a Crip dude be like, hey, cuz, let me holler at you. I'm like, what's up, bro? I'm not going to say, nigga, don't call me no motherfucker cuz, nigga, I ain't no Crip. Never.
That's real.
So he come in the room. He a little short, fat dude.
See, we always feel like you hear something.
He got the waves, but at the crown of his head, the top of his head, fat ass bald spot. But he just won't let it go. He won't give it up. He was cool though. We were cool people. He used to buy stuff from me. Sometimes when I didn't have stuff, I'd buy stuff from him. So I'm sitting down on the bed filling out my stove sheet. So he like, hey, cuz. I'm like, what's up, bro? Hey, man, bro, you already know I rock with you, bro. I rock with you strong. It's a few of your other brothers I rock with. I ain't trying to goddamn make no big issue and start now, bro. But at the same time, bro, it's a situation with one of your brothers that got to be dealt with, bro. And I mean, got to be dealt with, bro. Lazy Lope probably about 40, so he was a little older than us. A lot of times he used to wear glasses, I think, because so many people be staring at his eye. He'd wear like some darker type glasses, but he didn't have none on his day. I was just telling y'all. So I'm like, well, what the situation is? What the hell going on? So he said, bro, little Josh and is stealing shit, bro. So I said, stealing? Now that's something I don't go for that. I'm not tolerating that. If you're on my watch, like I got the call, I got to say so, and you're stealing, especially stealing from another group, and you one of my guys, oh no, I can't tolerate that. Now, you know, you somebody else and you stealing from somebody that ain't got nothing to do with me, I'm still against it, but I mean, I can't do much about it. But when you one of my guys and I got to say so, oh yeah, I can do a lot about it. So I'm like, stealing what he stole. So Lil Josh is cool with Lazy Lope roommate, which is another one of his Crip homeboys, and he say every time Lil Josh come in the room, something be coming up missing. So, you know, I told him straight up, I was like, well, listen, Lazy, you know, in a situation like this, I can prevent him from coming in your room again, but I can't go based off you saying every time he come here something missing, because that's not no proof, bro. If I got to do something to one of my guys or even, you know, get onto him about something, bro, you need to show me something that they done and then prove it to me so then I can go to him with no issue. But if you just tell me something come up missing, you know, only thing I can do is tell him stay out your room because you haven't proved nothing to me. So he was like, all right, bro, yeah, if you could do that, bro, I appreciate that, bro. I would really appreciate that, bro. So I'm like, all right, for sure. So soon he leave out my room, I go straight out there. I go on the range, I'm looking around for him. I see him down there. There's some people down there at the table playing tunk, and he just standing around watching them play tunk. So I didn't want to scream his name out. So I waved to somebody who was sitting over there. And then he looked up, he took his headphones off. He was like, huh? And then I pointed, I was like, Lil Josh. The reason I didn't want to scream his name out is because Lazy Lope just left out my room. And I come straight out behind Lazy Lope screaming. It's just, people just be dumb in the dorm, bro. They just be putting stuff together and assuming stuff. So sometimes I used to go about things a different way. So Lil Josh looked up there to me, I did him like this. My room, so I'm like, hey, listen, folks, from now on, stay out of Lazy Lope room. Don't go in there. You want to holler at his roommate, knock on the door, ask for him to come out the room. If he tell you, no, it's good, come here, just don't go in there because I want to avoid having an issue with the Crips. Let's just keep the problems down. Gangsta Black, like, what the hell happened, folks? What happened? What they talking about? So I'm like, bro, chill out, bro. Only thing.
I gotta be so overly aggressive. You can't just listen to what a man's saying. You start tweaking out. All right, bro.
I had to tell him straight up. I'm like, Lazy Lope said, every time you come in his room, something end up missing. So before I could finish talking, Gangsta Black was like, man, that nigga a motherfucking lie. That nigga lying on my little brother. Now, this is the thing that I don't like about some people who have their people back. I love that you got your people back because I have had my people back, whether they right or wrong. In certain situations, I may still have their back, whether they right or wrong. But that's when it's...
I got Lydia outside. We're going to do some recording while I finish up my yard work and see if the new auto-tune vocal prep can help us to prep these vocals so that they actually fit for
immediate threat of a situation and I got to act, or if we're out just around a bunch of outsiders. But once we are amongst ourselves and each other, there's no way I'm going to just act like you was right. I'm going to get on your ass about that and let you know, bro, you was wrong, bro. I just didn't like how Gangsta Black was so quick to take Lil Josh. Man, they lying on him. You don't know that, folks. How do you know that? That's why you judge without prejudice. When you hear something, you judge it no matter who it came from. Judge it evenly, fairly, you know what I'm saying? So Lil Josh was like, bro, that man always say that. He always say something missing when I'm in there. Then he always end up finding it.
Hold on. If dude always say that, why you keep going in his room then? There's always going to be an issue. Just go somewhere else. So I think, cause you always saying when I'm gonna be in a room with something. I ain't gonna keep letting you accuse me of something like that. You ain't gonna keep accusing me of stealing. I ain't going.
I said, well, Lil Josh, why you don't use your brain, folks? He was like, what you mean? I said, nigga, if somebody always saying something missing when I come in their room, I'm about to stop coming in there.
Exactly.
Because I want to avoid any issues. Because
what I just said.
One day you might swing on me or decide to bust me with the candy bar or just decide to start a big issue about something that you saying was never an issue, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I feel you. So I'm like, bro, just stay from out of his room and don't go saying nothing to him about what I just talked to you about. He was like, all right, bet. Then I looked at Gangsta Black. I said, you don't go say nothing to him either. So he started smiling because he like, I already know he just, wow, he'll go say something crazy, you know what I'm saying? So they're like, all right, bet. They leave out my room. Very next morning, I get up, brush my teeth, look out the window. I see Lil Josh walking. Like from downstairs, he's walking and turning, going up the stairs to where his room was at. Lazy Lope room downstairs from the area he just came from. I don't say nothing about it. I go back to brush my teeth, wash my face, get myself right, get my candy bar, go downstairs, go in the TV room, and I'm just looking out the window, seeing if there's any funny movement on.
Oh yeah, for y'all that don't know, a candy bar is just a knife. So another name that used as YouTube friendly and pretty much everything friendly, so videos don't get demonetized, but a candy bar is just a knife.
Fuck, it ain't none. Turn around, go back in my room. About 3 hours later, I'm up. So-called myself is finna work out, putting on my workout shoes, put on my workout shorts, a little dirty t-shirt. Knock. I'm like, yo, man, Lazy Lope, man. So I'm like, yo, come on. So he come in there. He said, hey, CBL, bro. He said, bro, listen, I done came to talk to you last time, bro. He was like, bro, you got to do something about this, bro. You got to deal with your folks, or I'm going to deal with your folks, bro. So I was like, I let him talk. I let him get everything he wanted to get off his chest. And then when he took a break, I said, listen, Lazy, me and you ain't never had no issues with each other. Me and you been straight. We always do straight up business. And we've always had respect for each other. And anything dealing with my folks, I have always handled the business accordingly. So, bro, don't ruin our relationship by coming in here talking to me crazy, bro. So he was like, no, I ain't talking to you crazy. I was like, yes, you is, because you just told me, basically, you gave me an ultimatum. I better deal with him or you finna deal with him. But you know, whatever your issue is with him, if you single-handedly go out there and quote, deal with him, which probably means you causing some type of harm to him, then that's gonna start a big GD and Crip issue. And then now we enemies. So let's not do that, bro. Just tell me the issue. I've been making sure he stay out your room. What the hell is the issue now? He said, bro, the man was in my room. I say, when? He said, it had to be sometime in the morning when I was asleep. Lazy Low allegedly got a little mule. I know he be getting some free world stuff for real. And he said he had a bag of Skittles in his box that his little officer girlfriend gave him a few days ago. He just ain't ate it yet. And he say this morning he thought he was dreaming, but he heard his roommate talking to Lil Josh. He said he wasn't studying. He thought he was dreaming for real. He was waking up. He seen Lil Josh walking out the room. But he said he was so tired, he wasn't even studying. Like, he didn't even get up. Later on, once he finally woke up and went going through his stuff, he realized the bag of Skittles was gone. Around about what time you say he was in your room? He said, bro, early, bro. He said, I don't know. It had to be right after the doors popped, but it was early this morning, bro. And he said, I know for a fact I seen that man walking out my room, bro. He was like, but I just wasn't studying. I was going to tell you later on, but I really wasn't studying for real. He was like, I was tired of hell. Because when you leave out my room, give me a few minutes, I'm about to deal with it. So he said, all right. I called Gangsta Black up there. I told Gangsta Black to go get two other guys plus Lil Josh. I knew at this moment Lil Josh was finna get violated. Gangsta Black, he came back with the people. One of the guys that I told him to go get was one of the guys that deals with all the paperwork when somebody getting ready to get violated. Another one of them guys was the violator, the guy that actually lays it down and say, okay, this is how his violation gonna go. I just was going about things the right way. People don't even do it the right way no more for real, but at that point in my bid, I was trying to do everything the right way. Laid it down to them, I let them know what it is, wrote the paperwork up real quick, doing this right here in front of Lil Josh. The only reason I was so confident in doing this in front of Lil Josh without even asking him and questioning him is because I felt like I knew for a fact he was gonna cap me down, because he's not just about to admit to stealing. But I already knew a way I could trick him into catching him in a lie. So as I'm writing it up, after I just told them, hey, this is what y'all need to do, that's what y'all need to do, and I told the chief violator right in front of Lil Josh and Gangsta Black, I said he was stealing, and then there's something else I said that I can't say on here. It's just a certain code that I just can't say, and then there's another something that I said that I can't say on here. And
with Liberty Mutual, you can customize your car insurance to save.
This is the dumbest commercial ever.
And let me tell you how this real quick. Because the last time I was saying something involving that group, and I said I'm not gonna say it, some people were saying, oh, you must still be involved with it. You say you're not involved with it. I'm not involved with it no more. But it's a lot of other people that is involved with it that still does live that way. So whenever I speak on that or situations, I'm very careful on, what it is that I reveal, or is this something that they would feel like, I'm trying them, or I'm saying this, I'm telling their secrets or whatever. Stuff I'm not supposed to say. So the overall stuff, like I say, oh yeah, he crossed me out, he did this, I say that all day. But when it comes to me actually saying codes or secret lingo they use, that's just not something I'm gonna do. So that's why I always say it that way. Gangsta Black, like, so what the hell, what you mean? What the hell going on? So Lil Josh, like, I'm saying, how the hell I'm stealing what I did? I say, Lil Josh, have you been back in Lazy Low room? He said, hell no, bro, that's on GD. Ever since you told me that, I ain't been back in the room. Gangsta Black, like, he haven't, bro. He haven't. Somebody told me they seen you early this morning, right down there. You was the only person out here in the day room, right down here, going right there somewhere by their room. What was you doing down there? What was you doing down there early in the morning, right by their room? He said, man, I wasn't here. He said, bro, I didn't even come out the room early in the morning. I said, so early this morning, sometime around the time the doors popped, you wasn't down there in the room. So Gangsta Black was like, man, hell no. So I told Gangsta Black, I said, hold on, Lil Josh. I say, hey, folks, I know this your partner and you rock with him, but stop doing that, bro. He said, stop doing what? I said, stop doing that. What you doing, bro? Stop, keep ad-libbing like you just know facts. Stop doing that, especially while I'm conducting something right here. So he just, nodded his head. So I said, so if I call the person in here right now who say they seen you with their own two eyes down there by their room, bright early this morning, as soon as the doors pop, then they'd be lying on you. He said, yeah, bro, I ain't even get out of bed till around about not even too long ago. So I looked over at bro who was putting my paperwork together. Add on there that he's lying while I'm conducting, and I said some more stuff. So I looked at him, he said, lying, how I'm lying? I said, look, Josh, I was looking at you this morning. I seen you with my own 2 eyes this morning. I seen you, G. So he was just looking at it, he didn't say nothing. So then Gangsta Black, he looking crazy. Gangsta Black looked over at
See that? Open your mouth too quick for your homeboy. Now you look stupid. And then he put it on and said just a lot. Yeah. Alright, bro, you got it.
So he looked back at me. Lil Josh ain't saying not one word. I said, G, I seen you. I looked at you this morning through my window, 4:35 this morning when I was brushing my teeth. I seen you right down there by that door. And you came this way and went to walking up them stairs going to your room. I was looking straight at you folks. He didn't say nothing else for the rest of the time. Got the paperwork done. I asked him what happened to them Skittles. I said, G, I done caught you in a lie. Tell me the truth, bro. Don't lie to me. So he was still sitting there looking stupid. I said, okay, look, this is what we'll do. You tell me the truth, 100% about what happened to them Skittles out that man room, and you still got to go either way it go. But you're going to the hole. You finna get put on the door. And I will change this up. I had him change that violation to you just going on the door is your punishment. But if you lie to me about it, and I find out real quick, because I'm about to find out before you leave. I just said that. I didn't have a way to find out. I said, I'm about to find out real quick. If you lie to me, then you finna get these 60 seconds versus several people at one time. They finna beat your ass. So he was like, man, I ate that shit, G. And I was like, gee, why was you stealing anyway, bro? We got money, we got boxes of food that we share with the guys. Why the hell would you go in there and steal some candy anyway? He was like, man, I don't know. I just feel like Lazy be trying me, G. He always be trying me. So I'm like, hey, well, listen.
You just like stealing. They don't even lie. You just like stealing. You already lied one time. Just tell everybody you like stealing, bro. Go ahead and call it.
I'm a man of my word. I'm going to keep my word. Folks, throw that paperwork out. G, go pack your property up. You got to go sit in the hole. It was like, for how long? I said, until further notice. That was just me telling him until I decide, but I wasn't going to drag him. I was going to let him sit in there about a week, then let him back out. He go do what he do. I pulled my phone out because I got to call the guy who's over me, who's in another dorm, and just let him know what happened and the decision I made. He said, okay, that's fine. I put the phone back up. By the time I came out the room, bro was going out the door. The officer was letting him out the door. So about a week later, I was actually sitting here thinking about, getting word to Lil Josh, telling him come on about the box. Word got to me and was like, Lil Josh done transferred. So they say he went to the hole for 2 days. Went to another dorm on the other side of the compound, got accused of stealing, and got pulled out with the candy bar real bad. They sent him to the hospital, brought him back, let him get his property, and sent him to another camp. So I'm like, okay, he had another prison. Gangsta Black in another dorm. I ain't got no issues to deal with. Everything A1. I say months go by, bro. Literally months went by. The dorm changes every day. It's constantly people going to the hole, getting out the hole, going to the hole, getting out the hole. So it's always different people coming in and out. So months later, you might have a handful of your guys who the same people that was in there with you from months ago, but
imagine bringing your side project to life just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
We're going to get YouTube Premium when this starts paying for YouTube Premium. That's what we're going to do.
It's a lot of new people in there, you know what I'm saying? Now, at this time, the prison was wide open, like, during the daytime, especially on weekends, but sometimes weekdays too, but especially weekends, the officers have doors, just the doors to the dorms wide open, bro. Like, anybody can just come in any door. Like, we can just freely run in and out and go where we need to go and do what we need to do. So I'm walking out of my room one day. It's middle of the daytime. It was a dude coming up the steps. I recognize him as the orderly up there by the intake area after I done been fired and stuff. But I recognize him as the orderly up there, but I don't really know him personally, you know what I'm saying? So he coming up around this way. So when I see him coming up the steps, I stop because you don't live in this dorm. And then you in this dorm just coming up here by where I live at, I'm going to just post up to see what you up to. The man bends the corner and comes straight walking this way. I look up at him, he looking at me. He said, bro, your name's C-Bill? So I kind of just check out his posture. He don't look like he up to nothing, but I don't know, because he's a black aggressive looking motherfucker. I'm like, nah, that's my roommate. He in there asleep. What's up?
You
And he was
lying?
like, oh, let me holler at him real quick. He tried to walk past me. So I'm like, hold on, bro. I kind of pushed my elbow. I'm like, damn, I just told you he's asleep. So the thing about prison is, if you trying to holler at somebody and they say he's asleep, that's 100% respect thing. You leave it alone. You don't go waking them up. Leave that person alone till they wake up. Let them get their rest in. So I'm like, I just told you he's asleep. He was like, oh, no, I had a kite from somebody. They said, put it in CBL hand. Don't let nobody else get it. Give it to CBL. So he turned around finna walk out. So I was like, hey. So he turned back around. I was like, I'm CBL, bro. He was like, man, you capping. I said, that's on everything. I'm CBL. I just ain't know what you was on. So I had to, I had to have the ups just in case you was up to something funny. So he turned around, and it was one of the dudes coming out the room, couple rooms down from where I'm at. And he stepped out the room, getting ready to walk down the steps. He was like, hey, bro. And then dude looked up at him, and he pointed at me and was like, what bro name is right here? 'Cause I think he trying to run a joke on me or something. What his name is? And dude was like, CB. He was like, oh, all right. He gave me the card. I was about to say, nigga, run a joke? Nigga, I don't even know you. I ain't joking. Nigga, I just told you my roommate was CB. I thought I might have been having to pull your heads up.
This man laughs so stupid.
Joking, man. I opened it up right then and there. And say, hey, big bro, I know you probably mad at me. Hopefully not. I'm glad you still here and doing well. I've been hearing nothing but good stuff about you. They put me in another dorm, and I'm trying to see if you could send me some food or something just so I could get myself together. I changed my name from Lil Josh to Kane. Kane. C-A-N-E. Kane. So I see it, I ball it up immediately, throw it in the toilet. I'm like, man, I'm not studying none of that. So a couple days later, it's like 4 or 5 people that came to the window calling my name. Say, CBL. The window is the people on the outside of the door. And they come to the door, to the window calling my name.
What kind of name is Kane? What kind of name is Kane, bro? Trying to say you crippled now? What do you got going?
Other people in my dorm coming to get me. Hey, CBL, one of your brothers out there, one of your partners out there. So I was doing something. So I go down there. I'm like, yo, what's up? They're like, hey, man, they got something crazy going on in D building, bro. One of your guys told me to try to get y'all down there, talking about y'all ain't answering the phone. So I run in the room. I grab my phone, pull him out. I just had it put up. I just get in them zones sometimes. I don't want to talk. I don't want to keep. Now, when I turn the phone on, first thing I notice is the dude who's over me, who got all the pull, it say tap in ASAP. He's like, call me immediately as soon as you see this message. So before I called to the building where they told me about, I called him. I'm like, what's up, big bro? He's like, hey, you need to get out the dorm. We got to slide the D building real quick. So I'm like, what the hell going on? He said, the issue with the guys and some of the Crip dudes. He said, but I'm cool with some of them Crip dudes over there, so we probably can settle it real quick. He said, but man, you need to be able to get out the dorm now, man. Try to finesse that officer. So I said, no, our door already open. I could just walk out. He said, my door open too. I'm finna pass this phone off and meet me out there on the wall. So I'm like, all right, for sure. So I called one of my bros, threw them my phone, told him I got to go handle something, grab my candy bar, shout out the door. Our dorms was next to each other, so we met right down the wall. We go walking towards the back of the compound, towards D-Bid. The folks in here talking about Gangsta Black on some funny stuff with somebody named Candy Cane that done damn stole some stuff from some...
Wait. Don't tell me little Josh named Candy Cane now. That went in, homeboy. That went in, homeboy.
And it's like a standoff. They trying to put him on the door. They say Gangsta Black bucking, and goddamn, the Crip dude just sent message to me telling me, please try to come over here, because if I can't settle, if I can't get it resolved, he was like, I hate to do it, bro, but it just finna have to be a Crip and GD Walker. We ain't going for that. So we walking down here. So I'm sitting back, thinking, say nothing to folks for a few seconds. I'm sitting thinking for a while. I said, dude named Candy Cane. So I said, folks, you said his name Candy Cane. So he said, yeah. So I said, what the hell Gangsta Black? What the hell Candy Cane supposed to be? So they said, nah, they said he a civilian, he ain't nothing. So, man, we get down here, officer at the door. We tell the officer let us in. It was an old white guy. He trying to buck, but my big bro, he was telling him, like, bro, we just trying to holler at somebody. So he kept saying, nah, y'all get back to y'all dorm. Y'all bring trouble to this dorm. So dude told him, he was like, bro, listen, I'm going to be straight up with you, bro. We coming here to resolve something. We coming here to stop something. So if you don't let us in here, I promise you, somebody finna get hurt on your hand, on your watch. So shit, if you don't let us in here, it just is what it is. So he looked at my eyes for a minute, looked in dude's eyes, and he believed it. Well, it was true though, and he popped the door and let us in there. You got the dude.
Sora 2 video generation is not available in our region.
It is if you're on Artlist.
Huh?
That I remember, Lil Josh, but he wrote me that letter saying his name Kane, standing up here in the corner. He look a little different from back here. I don't know what's different about him or something different. And you got Gangsta Black, big ass candy bar out in his hand. And man, you got about 7 Crip dudes standing here like it's a standoff. So all of my guys, they up here on the range, but they not over there next to Gangsta Black. First thing I'm figuring out, I'm trying to figure out why the hell, what's really going on here. So as soon as we go upstairs, the first one of my guys, he like, man, folks tripping, bro. Folks tripping. So we're like, what the hell going on? What you talking about? He like, man, this man is like trying to protect this dude. This man trying to protect a punk. Talking about that's his homeboy or something like that. So we walk down here and get closer. I recognize, Lil Josh and Gangsta Black as soon as I walked in the door. As I get down here closer and closer and closer up on these folks, man, Lil Josh got some eyeliner stuff on, like some colors stuff on his eyes, on his lips and everything. Call himself Candy Cane. I stopped right here with them. Big folks go walking over there to talk to the Crip dude. So I'm like, what the hell going on, G? So Gangsta Black, like, man, I ain't going for it. I ain't going for nothing. They trying to put little bro on the dope, talking about he's still. Man, little bro ain't stole nothing. Little bro ain't stole nothing. I ain't going for nothing. So I look over at Lil Josh, a.k.a. Kane, and he looked at me and kind of dropped his head real quick. So I'm like, G, you tripping. You need to step in the room, bro. So he said, man, I'm not going for nothing. I said, bro, your guys is in here. We not about to let them do nothing to you. You need to step in the room. So he stepped off in his room right there. So I come over here with Big Bro.
I'm trying to buck on somebody.
So Big Bro, they talking when I walk up. I greet them. I'm like, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? The man got caught stealing. He said, and then that man is a punk. Like, he's openly gay. His name is Candy Cane. And then, bro protecting him, talking about that's his homeboy. And it's like the other GDs, they really don't want to get involved because that dude, but because of Gangsta Black, they feel like they don't know what to do. That's why we blowing y'all up, trying to get one of y'all to come over here before this shit go up. Bro, like, well, what the hell he stole? He was like, man, just food, stole a nigga pair of socks and actually got caught. Like, we caught him. So I tell Big Folks, I'm like, let me holler at you real quick. We go over here about all the other guys. I say, do you remember a couple months ago when I called your phone and I told you that one of the guys just got caught stealing a pack of Skittles or something, and I was putting him in the hole until further notice. So he said, yeah. I say, nigga, that's him. His name was Lil Josh. He got pulled out on the other side of the compound for stealing. He's back, not claiming to be GD, and his name is Candy Cane instead of Lil Josh. I said, bro, that's him. Him and Gangsta Black was super cool anyway. He said, all right, yeah, that's over with. It's a wrap. So he told the other guy, he said, hey, I need y'all. He said, I'm finna put in a request for Gangsta Black membership to be taken away for some gay type stuff. He said, but as of right now, I'm kicking him off account. As of right now, he is no longer a part of our account. He is not to be greeted as GD, none of that type of stuff. He was like, but I need y'all to go in there and whoop his ass. He finna get violated. So he like, what camp did bro end up going to? So I didn't know what camp he ended up going to. So he like, call him down here real quick. So I called him down there. I'm like, hey bro, when you transfer, what camp you had went to? So he said he went to Macon State. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna holler at you. Big bro told me, he was like, hey, use one of their phone, call Macon State real quick. So he pushed over there to the Crips. He's like, I'm about to go holler at them, tell them, just chill, we finna deal with it for a minute. So he go over there, he hollered at them for like 10 seconds, and they all went to walking off, going on about their business. So I know he told them, like, we finna handle this, it's cool. One of the guys who got a phone in that door, we go in the room, he got a number to Macon State. We called to Macon State, asked about dude. They said they have no idea who he is. And then he asked him about the Candy Cane, and he said, oh yeah, that's a punk that was down here. He got put on the door because he was stealing, and wouldn't nobody let him in the dorm, so they transferred him back down there, I guess. So we like, all right, say less. So he went there, never proclaiming to be GD, and then his real truth came out who he is. And then, so we went down here. Bruh told him to go in the room too, so we all come in the room. Big bruh tell Gangsta Black, he like, man, come on with that candy bar. So folks like, for what? What I gotta give up my candy bar for? He said, bruh, come on with that candy bar. I'm not playing with you, none of that. So bruh gave him the candy bar. He passed it off to one of the other guys. He go to chumping off Candy came. He like, nigga, fuck, nigga. You talking about you motherfucking GD, nigga. You motherfucking GD. You supposed to be boss, nigga. If you wanted to be gay, nigga, you ain't had no motherfucking business being GD, nigga. Or you should have laid your motherfucking, you should have laid that black down, nigga. And you should have goddamn let it be known. You ain't GD, you don't want to be part of GD, nigga. But the way you just left from down here, went to a whole nother camp, nigga. Never claimed a GD, then done turn like you a motherfucking punk. They gonna come down here, go to a whole nother dorm like you a punk, nigga. Nigga, I'll slap the shit out your ass, nigga. So Gangsta Black, like, man, hold on, G. Like, taking up for him. Man, big bruh turned to Gangsta.
Well, you just got on the man's head, and then the man said, hold on, and nah. At some point, you gotta back off, bro. You gotta back off.
I was like, fuck, nigga, I'll slap shit out you too. He turns back to Lil Josh, a.k.a. Candy Cane. He just staring at him, man. That thing no big folks. Say, nigga, fuck you looking in my eyes like that, folk. Pop! Slapped that man so hard he fell to the ground. Gangsta Black ain't do nothing, but he was looking crazy like he wanted to do something.
This game, you're not ready for it.
Nobody game.
He told them other guys, he said, hey, man, violation, man. Fuck all that paperwork. Nigga, we ain't doing no paperwork. Nigga, we ain't report. We ain't doing shit, nigga. My word means everything. I'm telling y'all right now. Beat his ass right now, G. Beat that nigga ass. So, man, like 3-4 guys just went swinging on Gangsta Black. Just swinging on him, you know what I'm saying? Beating his ass. So we back up to the door. So Big Bro opens the door up. Me and him step out. So he tell them, man, beat that nigga ass too. Talking about the dude Candy Cane. But one of the dudes, he was getting up off the floor. One of the dudes kicked him in the face. He went to covering up. Another dude punched him in the head. And he just, like, took off running out the room past us real fast and went running somewhere in the dome. After a certain amount of time, big folks told them to stop beating his ass or whatever. And he looked in Gangsta Black eyes. He said, listen, bro, you are officially not on my count. You is not acknowledged as GD. He said, I do got to holler at some other people to have your membership revoked so you're no longer 100% considered GD. He said, but I'm telling you right now to your face, you are not GD. You on some funny style type shit, and we ain't rocking with that. You need to get your shit, pack your shit up, go and go to that box. So, bro, like, still had some buck in him. He was like, man, G, I ain't trying to go to no box. I ain't trying to go to no box. One of the other guys that just got done swinging on him hit him again. He was like, nigga, don't call him G. Nigga, then you just hear him say you ain't GD no more, nigga? Big bro looked at me. He was like, bro, how you feel? How you feel about him acting like he ain't finna go get on the dope? So I was like, shit, bro. I mean, they done beat his ass. You done laid the business down to him. You told him what it is. Everybody in this dorm know what it is, so everybody on the compound finna know what it is. Shit, I say we leave him alone, bro. Shit, if he don't want to go, shit, he ain't got to go. I was like, all right, fact. So bro looked at Gangsta Black. He said, nigga, say, let me know you ain't GD no more. I need to hear you say it. Say you ain't GD no more. So he didn't even hesitate. He was just like, I ain't GD no more. He was like, nigga, take that gangsta off your name. Just start calling yourself Black from now on. So he was like, all right, so shit, we went pushing out the room. Everybody came out the room. Big bro hollered over there to the crib. He say, hey, say such and such, whatever his name was. I forgot the crib dude name. So he looked over there. He like, what's up? He like, hey, man, that nigga Black, his name Black now. His name ain't Gangsta Black. That nigga ass is not GD no more. We just beat the shit out of his ass. He ain't want to go on the door. Shit, my folks said, fuck it, leave him alone. So it is what it is, bro. I'm just letting you know, for whatever he trying to defend the fuck nigga for, we just beat the shit out of him. So that's that. We even on that. We fair. We did our job. But I'm just letting you know, he is not GD. So if any situation come up and you feel like pulling his ass out, you ain't got to talk to now one of us. Ain't nobody going to help him. And if any one of my guys look like they going to help him, call me, and I'm coming back down here to do the same thing that they had. So he was like, all right, bro, for sure. So we just shot out the dorm real quick. Later on that night, police coming there screaming, everybody locked down, emergency lockdown. It was probably like 9 o'clock that night. Round count time anyway, but you know, something done happen when they do this. I go in the room, pull my phone out, call Big Folks. I'm like, hey, your dorm going on lockdown? He said, hell yeah, they locking the whole camp down. I said, you ain't heard nothing? He said, no, I ain't heard nothing about what happened. He said, just keep your phone on. So I'm like, all right, for sure. So one of my guys in the dorm we was at earlier dealing with that situation, I called my phone and was like, man, you ain't gonna believe what just happened. I said, what? Shit, you know, soon y'all leave out the dorm. I say about an hour or two later, Black done came out and was like, yeah, that's how he living. And goddamn, Candy Cane hit girl. That's his boo thing. Like, he made a loud announcement saying like, shit, nigga, if I want to be gay, I'm gonna be gay. I don't give a fuck. But shit, you know, y'all already had laid the law down, like, leave him alone. He by himself now, so we didn't give a damn. It was like, I meant to call you earlier and tell you that, but it was just a lot going on at the moment. Black, so-called himself, calling out one of the Crip dudes and like exposing him to all the other Crips and was like, yeah, y'all was just mounted up, ready to stab a nigga, and called out one of the Crips' names specifically and was like, shit, you ain't had that energy the other day when you was in here doing a threesome with me and Candy Cane. And they say, goddamn, the Crips started getting on that Crip dude, and they told him the only way you can prove he lying on you is if you go pull him out with the candy bar. And they say, dude ran up on Black and they start slanging on. They start slanging the candy bars, and he hit Gangsta Black. Well, he hit Black the wrong way in the neck, and say he killed him, bro. For a long time, bro, that was on my conscience. I felt bad. I just felt like I participated in that happening some type of way because.
Have you ever heard an old song that you really want to sample? But you know that the second you use it in the track, you're going to get copyright claimed.
You know, I was a part of, even though I didn't say it out my mouth, you know, telling him the business or whatever, I was still there. I was a part of it. So sometimes when I get to feeling bad about stuff, I be feeling like, damn, if we wouldn't have never did this, that wouldn't have never happened to that man. Or if we wouldn't have never did that, that wouldn't have never happened to that man. But I done got over it now. I don't feel bad no more because I know I didn't do nothing wrong. I did the right thing. So what I want to tell y'all, bro, is two things. Number one, no matter how much you care about a person, no matter what type of level it's on, when you see a pattern, when you see something that somebody does that can cause harm to you or them or whatever, bro, you can't always have their back, bro. You cannot always do that because you can get yourself in a very, very, very bad situation by trying to be there for somebody that you know do stupid stuff. Number two, be yourself, folks. Be yourself. How he say, bro came out and was like, yeah, this how I'm living. It ain't no secret no more. It is what it is. Hey, listen, bro. However, in your brain, you feel like, I'm going to live my life like this. I don't care how it is. I don't care what profession you want to be in. I don't care what lane you want to swerve in. Just be yourself, and you won't have certain issues. If Lil Josh would have been being himself from the very beginning,
Black wouldn't die.
He wouldn't have never got smacked and beat up because he wouldn't have never tried to join the gang because he knew this is against the gang's rules. You know what I'm saying? And then the dude Black that we was calling Gangsta Black, you know, same thing applies to you. So just be yourself, bro. As far as a person's sexuality, you know, whether you believe in same-sex type of stuff or not, that has nothing to do with you. That's between that person and the Most High. So that's just not your place. That's just how I feel. As long as you're not doing nothing, when it comes to, because it's a big thing right now with like gay, transgender. It's just a big thing where it's like people is like, I guess, hating them or whatever. But I feel like this. As long as you're not trying to teach, educate, as long as you're not trying to educate or push how you living on someone that is not an adult, then I don't care what you do. Because like I said, I'm not God. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah. And the reason I say not an adult, because when you're an adult and you know you don't live a certain type of way, I don't give a damn what you say to me. Nigga, get the fuck out of my face. But when you're a child, you know, sometimes they can be manipulated. So that's what I just wanted to tell y'all, bro. Be yourself, and shit. If people want to be stupid and do dumb stuff and get put in dumb situations, bro, you better tear their ass, kick rocks. It's your boy Bill, I'm gone.